Hey friends, welcome back. This is part 3 of my Answering Your Questions series for aspiring and growing business analysts. If we haven't met yet, I'm Pippa, BA mentor and founder of the Well-Paid BA program. And in this episode, we're getting into something that doesn't always show up in the job description. Confidence, right? I've had so many of you ask, how do I speak up in workshops? How do I know if my work is even good enough? What if I'm just not cut out for this, right? So today I'm answering those questions and helping you build real confidence in your skills. Even if you feel like an imposter right now, let's see how this video can help. So the first question I'm exploring is, how do I improve my stakeholder communication skills? Confidence with stakeholders comes from two things: clarity and consistency, okay? Here's what helps. Always go into meetings with a clear agenda. You want to prepare, right? Before you go into the meetings. Ask open-ended questions and give people space to explain. Don't be the one always talking, okay? Reflect back what you've heard, so that you can show that you are understanding what they're saying. And don't be afraid to say, let me look into that and come back to you, okay, if you don't have the answers. Confidence doesn't mean having all the answers on the spot. It's okay. It's okay to be human, right? You'll feel more in control when you start preparing with intention instead of winging it. So the answer clearly for this one is preparation for confidence, right? Second question. How can I lead a workshop if I'm nervous or inexperienced? You don't need to be loud or extroverted, okay? You need to be structured and engaging for this one, right? So try this. Set clear objectives for the session. Use visual tools like Miro, sticky notes, or templates to guide the session. Okay, time box your activities so that it doesn't drag. Make sure everything is keeping to the time. Ask small specific questions to get people talking, right? And finally, summarize at the end so that it shows progress and alignment. And please remember, it's not about you looking smart. It's about the group making progress. You're just the guide, right? So make sure that you're focused on the actual progress that you're making, right? Third question, what's the best way to gather requirements that are actually useful? This is a good one, right? And this is where confidence and skill meet. Here's my go-to approach. You want to use multiple techniques. Have that in your toolkit. Interviews, workshops, process mapping, document analysis. Use multiple techniques. You want to ask why. What happens next? And you want to ask what if questions, right? You want to challenge vague terms like simple, fast, or user-friendly. Challenge them and get specifics. You want to make sure that you're defining what this means. Always link requirements back to the business goals. Don't just gather general overall requirements, right? Good BAs don't just gather requirements. They refine and validate them so that they're actually usable. You don't just gather it for the sake of it, right? Question 4. What are some examples of non-functional requirements? Yes, non-functional requirements can be a struggle, right? It trips up a lot of people. So let's clear it up, right? Non-functional requirements describe how a system performs, not what the system does, okay? So here are some examples for a performance non-functional requirement is the system must load within 2 seconds, right? A security-related non-functional requirement is only authorized users can access the admin dashboard. You can see it's clear, right? A usability non-functional requirement example is users should be able to complete the task in 3 clicks or fewer, right? Another non-functional example is availability. The system must be available 99.9% of the time, right? So make sure you gather these early. They really impact design decisions just as much as the functional ones, okay? Moving on to the 5th question is, how do I write good user story with acceptance criteria? Start with this format. As a user, I want feature, so that, goal, or benefit, right? And then write the acceptance criteria like a checklist. For example, given a context, when an action, then the expected outcome. I have an existing video that details this, right? You want to also have error handling scenarios, mobile versus desktop considerations. You also want to have edge cases, right? So make sure you keep your user stories testable and clear so that your developers, your testers, and your stakeholders all understand what done looks like. Okay? So really, the truth is you don't wake up confident, right? You build it one small action at a time, right? The more you prepare, the more you practice and get feedback, the more you will trust yourself, right? And if you want that feedback and support from someone who's been there, join my program, Well-Paid BA program, link in description, where we do our regular life coaching calls, CV reviews, and we talk through real life BA situations. It's the space where BAs go to grow. Link is in the description. If you found this helpful, give it a like and comment below. What is your biggest confidence block right now? I might cover it in a future video, so you never know. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. You never know who it might help. In part 4, we'll be talking about career growth, contracting versus perm, and moving from stock to senior business analyst. Thanks for watching. See you there. Peace.